Oh yeah, we here, we are here. We are here in the haters corner. The haters corner. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. Let's straighten me up. Let's straighten me up. And oh yeah, we here. Here's the haters corner. And for today, while you're tuning in, we're right in the haters corner. So just send it up, Roxanne Rich. What's going on? How are you? What's going on? What's going on, Roxanne Rich? How are you? You're on Hot 89.1 FM. Wsls, and we're talking about the haters corner. We're on the haters corner. So I'm in my squeaky chair today. You hear it squeaking. Let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right. And here we go. And we're going to straighten it up a little bit here. Right here. Let's get straight. Let's get straight. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my man Walter Lane down in Florida. Down Florida Steppin International. They gave me gave me an award. It's a trophy. And on Saturday night, and the all-white extravaganza down there in Orlando was off the chain. It was off the chain. I got to give it to them. It was off the chain. We went on a big boat, and it was a cruise boat. And well, actually, it's been a cruise boat. Well, we did cruise, but we were on a cruise ship. We were on a casino cruise, and they had all slot machines on there. Everything. They had the slot machines from the 4th floor all the way down to the 1st floor. We were on the ocean. We chilling. We was out there for about 4 hours, or maybe 5, or you know. I think we got that. I think they loaded about 10 o'clock, and that means they were on the boat. And we came back, and it was about somewhere close to 3:30 or quarter to 4. So that was a long time out on the ocean, on that boat. So we had a good time down there. So I'm just letting you know right now. We was on it. We had a ball. Had me DJing, and also my man DJ Anthony out of Atlanta, and a lot of people there. You know, Chicago, ATL there, Memphis, Tennessee, a host of other people, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Connecticut folks, some people from Washington, D.C., some people from Florida, Tampa, they were there, a couple of people from Miami, and, you know, some people from Vegas, had some people there, and a host of other people, so we were on there too. So that's what's going on. So we on the haters corner. And right today, so you can tune in on the radio station, and if you tune in on the radio station, you'll be able to hear Robert Brooks what's going on. So we're on the haters corner, and we had a good time there. Friday, Thursday night, we did it down there, and we did it down there in Orlando. And Friday, like I said, Friday was on the boat, and Friday night we did the thing. It was awesome Friday night. Then Saturday, they did the workshop, and as well as we had the casino. Saturday we did the pool party, and it was off the chain. We went old school. We did some stepping, but most of it was old school back in the day. Backyard, which you used to listen to at the house when you were growing up, or when you coming up through the game. We did that on Saturday evening, and then Saturday night we had on all white, and it was off the chain, and had the guys that were playing there they're there every year, and they are still good. And they played different type of musical instruments, and they did their showcase. And then we got the awards, and then it was me and Myron and Myron the R and my man DJ Tony. That was Saturday night, as well as Friday. It was me and Myron, DJ Tony, and we did the thing. And then Sunday, we had the brunch, and it was off the chain. So yeah, we did a lot. So hang on one time. Let me check in. Y'all hang tight. I got to check in with my sister. Y'all, she's calling in. Hold on. Well, I'll call her back in a minute. Mercedes, what's going on? What's happening with you? Good morning. It's my co-host Mercedes Perry. We on here. And we had a ball down. So if you didn't go to Orlando, then you should have been there. Hold on one time. Okay, let's see what this girl wants. Okay, we're still here. Okay, we're still here. To check in on the phone line. So, yeah, we had a good time, and I'm down in Florida, so you should have been there. You know, I'm just saying, you should have been there. Could have had a ball, you would have had a ball. I'm just saying, you would have had a ball. So if you didn't go anywhere this weekend, this past weekend, then That's where you should be at. Now, don't forget about Stepping Out Africa in April. I'm going to do these pluggers. We'll start doing these pluggers on the Haters Corner. Going to do the flyers and the event. So don't forget about the Stepping Out of Africa into April. No, I'm sorry, Stepping Out of Africa into Las Vegas. I apologize. And we're going to be right here doing the BBWN, going to do their thing. It's the 5th annual event. So they're going to do that thing. And it's going to be February the 16th through the 19th. That's next year. You get a hotel, you get the host hotel, and you get in the room. You're getting the party for free. $45 if you don't get a hotel room until the 1st of December. So you have 2 free passes if you book a room. I'm just telling you, we're going to be at the Palace Station and Casino. So if you want to book a room there, I'm going to give you the number. You can backtrack on this show to get the number. And the number is 1-800-364-3101. That's 1-800-364-3101. So we'll be there, and I'm going to try to get close to the camera with that number somewhere. Anyway, yeah, it's down. It's in the brown. If you can see it, I'll back it up. I'll back it up a little so we can focus. Okay, now let's get to the Haters Corner. Let's get on this thing and see what we're talking about. What we're talking about today is Steppin. We're talking about that. We're talking about Steppin is killing me. It's killing me. Steppin is killing me. And I got this from the people. Like I said, I get everything from the people. Steppin is killing me, you know. And the reason why I say it, you know, these people are having parties. They ain't serving you no nourishment. They just give you straight alcohol. And one time you see somebody at the doctor and they'll say, "What's wrong with you?" And they'll be all leaned back. They'll be leaned back like this right here, talking about, "What's wrong with you?" And he got an IV in his arm. You got an IV. You hear the machine going boop, 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 boop. What's happening with you? Steppin, what? Steppin is killing me. All they serve with drink, they gonna kill everybody. Let me tell you something. If you go into some events and all they serving you is liquor and giving you no food, you ain't got no business there. Because you're gonna wind up with cirrhosis of the liver. You're gonna wind up sick as hell. Just because the shit is free don't mean you have to drink it. Just because they're giving you liquor don't mean you have to go. Listen, people. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to do it. But I'm giving you common sense. Survey the event that you're going to. If they only serving you liquor, don't be paying no extra amount of dollars to be going to no event when they just serving you liquor. Next thing you know, somebody or you is laid back like this right here at the hospital, machine going off. Boop, boop, doctor, they come in. What's my Steppin is killing me. Next thing you know, you got liver disease. But they tell you, make sure you come back next year now. Come back next year. But your ass is dead. How you gonna come back? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If they just serving you liquor, they ain't serving you no food, no nourishment, this, that, and the other, and you just going and what you going for? We already have coronavirus, other little diseases running around, monkey pox, jalapeno pepper pox. You know, you got all kind of stuff going around. You know what I'm saying? Steppin is, you know, I'm just saying. I'm like Valerie O'Connor said, feed the people. You got to feed the people. You know, since Denim and Diamond set, it out of for real. Besides other, if you feed the people and the hospitality, what's up, Marcel? You got to feed the people. You know, you got to feed them. You can't just be giving them drinks and want people to dance all night. These people are 55, 45, 55, 60, some years old, and that's all you're gonna serve them is drinks. Okay, all right. And then if you as a consumer go, then you should read the flyer. I'm gonna tell you once again. I've told you once before. I'm gonna tell you again. You as a consumer, when you go to these events and spend your money, you the boss. They can't do it without you. Some of these events they can't do anything without you, without your money. You the boss. And as soon as you realize that you the boss, as soon as you realize that you got control as a mass group of people, you know, you got some power. Say, hey, we ain't coming. How come? Because y'all ain't got nothing to eat. Well, we ain't gonna serve nothing to eat. Well, we ain't coming. You know, like Valeria said, you better have a nurse on. You got to have a nurse in there. You know, because you know, I think if I were to ever go to an event where they serve just straight liquor, if I was foolish enough to go, then I'm like Valeria, I'm gonna have a nurse with me, gonna be right there with me. I got a doctor on hand that's gonna be in the hotel. I'm gonna have the ambulance waiting on me, just in case. And not only for me, for whoever, you know, is foolish enough to go to those things. I'm just saying, y'all better stop spending your money on this foolishness and get to an event where people provide food. You know, Marcel says if they don't provide food, it should be available. Vendor, hotel, nearby restaurant. Yes, if they don't provide food, but here's the thing. You got to remember, the hotel may have a restaurant, it may close. They may have a vendor truck out there, and that's cool, you know, and all that's good. But the thought of having a vendor truck, this, that, and the other, I don't want to get up out of my seat, leave the building. You know, I really don't want to do that, but I will. It depends on what's going on. Now, you can put some vendors outside, and you can get up and you go out there and get you something to eat. If you got enough vendor trucks. Let's get into that right quick. So, if you got an event and they're feeding you, if they put you in a hotel, if you get to book a hotel room at the event, and they feeding you every morning, you may go to an event that throughout those days, you might get some food in the daytime. They may feed you in the daytime, you know, and they got vendor trucks at night. That's cool. That's straight. But if they ain't providing you no type of nourishment at all, and they say, well, we ain't gonna feed you, but we got some restaurants around the corner, and this, that, and the other. How much money you got to spend to go eat? I'm trying to figure that out. Now you're gonna spend money to go eat, but they got some liquor for you. You know, they're gonna kill you. They working on killing you. So by the next year come, you dead. So you can't eat nothing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just, you know, I'm just telling you like it is. That's all I know. So by that time, ain't nothing you can eat. You know, now you dead, and they waiting on you. Now you dead, they waiting on you to come to the next thing. All I'm going to say is this right here. For my radio people that are just not tuning in because I just clicked it on for you. If you go to these parties, don't let these folk have you in the hospital and the thing going out, beep, beep, beep. You got IVs in your arm, things coming out your nose, and everything, and this and other. And Steppin is killing me. Doctors ask you, what's wrong with you, dog? It's Steppin. Steppin? Yeah, it's killing me. Steppin killing you? Yeah. Yeah, all they serve is alcohol. They ain't serving no drinks. The doctor be like, well, stop going. But you in the hospital sick. Now you got liver disease. Robert Coleman, what's going on? Now your ass got liver disease. You got cirrhosis of the liver. That's all I'm saying. Get yourself together when you go to these events. Get yourself together. You come back the next year, you got liver disease now, and the way to tell is look at the eyes on the people. You know, the eyes that turn yellow. The fingernails and stuff done turn yellow. you know, and you got cirrhosis of the liver. Now you got liver cancer. Now you done lost weight. You used to be 235 pounds. Next time they see you, you don't weigh but 119. Steppin is killing you. You keep going to these where they just only serve drinks. And they ain't serving you no nourishment. Stop going. Get some food in your system. You're 45, 55, 60, 65, 70. Some of you almost 80 years old. And they ain't serving you no nourishment. That means that they do not. I'm going to go ahead and say it because, somebody might get mad. But I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. That means that they don't give a damn about the people. Long as they got the money in their pocket, and you done paid the 95, 125, 175, $200 at the damn gate, they don't care. They ain't gonna make sure you straight. They're not gonna do that. So how many times I got to tell you? Once you go, they ain't give you no food. What you there for? Only a few events. There are only a few events who looking at their people and the age that the people are. You got a mass of people coming. We got to feed the folks. We got to feed the people. I'm just saying. Take a look at what you're going. 3 little fish, 5 loaves of bread. The Lord fed a multitude, but your ass can't even put a cracker. You can't put a damn cracker on the thing. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can't put a crack out there. That's all I know. I just get to looking at folks going, you know what? This don't make no damn sense. Folks can't feed nobody. They can't do nothing. What's up, my man Marcy? I must see. You know what? Let me see something. Cause I was talking to some people the other night, and we on here, and I'm gonna see if I can get personal. Okay. So I'm just saying. I'm saying we got technical issues going on, so I can't bring nobody in. As far as I know, let me check and see. Let me check, see if I can bring somebody in this time. I don't know. I'm gonna check and see. But yep, that's all I got. That's all I got to do is all I got to do is feed the people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So my co-host is out there. I'm gonna see what she's talking about in a minute. I'm trying to bring some people on, but yeah, stop going to these events where they can't provide you with no food. Stop going to them. I want to talk about my man Marcel. He probably can't. He probably at work going. But yeah, I want to talk to somebody who does an event right now. I want to talk to somebody who does an event right now. Who somebody that does an event that can say, hey, we feed people at our stuff. You ain't got to worry about it because we're gonna feed you. I just want to talk to somebody that does an event. Let me see. Let me see if I can talk to somebody. Let me see here. See if I can add somebody. Somebody, see if I can add a brand new person. Somebody doing events. That has been to events and knows what I'm talking about. Know that if you're gonna eat, instead of keep drinking on stuff, you got to come on. You got to come on with it. Somebody said volume changed. Yeah, it did change. Marcel said you got to go back to work. I'm just saying. So see if I can be. Let me see if I can get somebody. Let me see who it is. Jack it down. Well, I see. I tried to bring somebody on. I don't know. I couldn't get Jackie Dallas on because I'm trying to get the people that like that do events, that want to come on, that say what they're gonna, just get yourself together and say what you're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Just get some people in, and you know, I want to get a perspective from the customer as well as the as well as you know, from the consumer as well as the person who puts on the event. So yeah, so I just, you know, somebody who goes to the Steppin events and want to get, you know better, but they can go on and have a good time, get something to eat, and go home. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. Wasn't it? You know, so that's what I'm looking at. So I just want to get somebody on here who wants to come on and talk about what they got going on. You know, at their event. You know, that's all. That's all we're doing today. You know, just come on in. They just seen the news. What's going on? What's going on with you? Yeah. Talk about what's going on. Eric, what's happening with you? What's going on? Why aren't you feeding the people at the events? That's what I want to know. Why won't you give them something to eat? Why won't, in order to keep your customers coming back, you got to give the people what they want. You know, Jackie Dallas, what's going on? What's going on, Jackie? I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Jackie. She's there, but I guess you got to turn up. I can't hear her. You know, you got. She's on, but I can't hear her, so she's not saying anything. But yeah, you got to fix your phone. You got to fix your phone the way I can hear you. I can't hear you. Jack,
Me?
there you go. That's better. Say something. Can you say something now?
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah. I can hear you now. Now let me
I
ask.
can barely hear you.
I know.
There we go.
I know. I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't. I can. I'm gonna handle that.
I got you
'Cause
now.
I'm in my squeaky chair. Listen, you're a brand new person on doing events. You're a brand new person, and well, actually, not, you know, brand new person as far as the promoting is what is concerned. And you got an event coming up in January.
December.
So-
The end
okay,
of
December.
December.
Okay, the end of December, masquerade ball.
Yes.
New Year's. Okay, New Year's Eve, right. Um, let, fill me in as far as the people are concerned. Are they going to be able to eat?
Yes. They are going to be able to
Okay,
eat a 3-course meal.
okay. So what about the libations? I mean, you know, drinks, orange juice, that kind of stuff will be around too.
Yes, they will. There will be a bar, and there will be tea and water and all of the other things that people would like to drink. Now, the tea and all of that is free. The liquor, there is a cash bar. So it's your choice if you'd like to have the libations, as you put it. That's all on you.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question: do you believe that people? Now, this is just what I believe. Do you believe that if you're promoting, you throwing an event, do you believe that they should give them some type of food, something,
Depends
even
on what you
if it,
paid. I believe it depends on what you paid for the event. Every time I go to something, there's not always food, and I'm okay with it if I didn't pay a very large price. If I paid regular, we call it parties here now that I'm in the stepping world, is the set, regular set, and there's no food, I'm okay with that. If I pay quite a bit of money for an event, yes, I am expecting something to eat. It all depends on what you're asking and what you're giving the people. The main thing I believe, I can't speak for other promoters, you just have to let the people know in advance and allow them to make their own choices. That's the main thing. If there's no food being served, let them know up front. That way people can make their own choices.
So so let's say, so you let the people make their own choice. I can understand that. Now, if they're charging a high price, there ain't no food. They're charging 175, 200, 150, and they ain't feeding the people. I got a problem with that. The reason why I have a problem with it because everybody don't think the same way. But if you want these folks money, is basically what some of these promoters are about. If you want these folks money, then I think that they should be putting some on the table for the folks to eat because my do you not believe that as a promoter, even though you're taking, you should be giving. You should always.
Always believe that you give because it's about the people that are coming. That's important. I cannot speak for other people. I can only speak for me. My event is about the people. I want to make sure everybody's happy. I want to serve them. I want them to be smiling, having a great time, enjoying the dance, enjoying the music, enjoying the atmosphere when they walk in the door. It's about the people for me. So it's definitely important that they have a great time, and that's whatever it means to that particular promoter and what type of event they're giving. So I think that plays a part in it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm going now. You got people that are 65 years old, some 55, some 70 years old, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that I do think that every promoter, you know, every promoter should think about the nourishment of the people because somebody might mess around and pass out, have a heart attack. This and that. You just can't serve them liquor.
Now, Stretch, I am going to have to say this. I believe that, as you said, 50 something, 60 something, we do understand our limits as well. We know that if we haven't eaten that day or we haven't eaten as of yet or need to eat or whatever, we should not be consuming a whole lot of alcohol when we know what our own situation is. So I have to be able to play a little bit of both sides of the coin where I'm not going to an event and drink a lot because I live a long way from a lot of places. So
Okay.
I have to watch what I drink depending on where I have to drive or where I'm going or what I'm doing or whether or not I've eaten as of yet. So I also think me as a consumer, when I am at a party and not a promoter, I'm also watching what I drink. So if the liquor is free, and I know me, doesn't mean I can just totally get drunk or tipsy. That's not me. So I'm not going to do that. So I have to kind of play a little bit of both sides. I'm sorry.
Okay, all that's fine. So let me do this. What if you go to a party and then you got nothing to drink, no water, no orange juice, no nothing, just a dry ass party.
Well, I think that there should definitely be something to drink, some kind of water, definitely water. That's the main thing because we have to have some kind of liquid when you're dancing, and it's usually hot. You're usually sweating, and I believe that all events need to have at least water. There would definitely be water, and they will be in these glass coolers around my event. You'll have water all around. You'll be able to go in and get water as you need to. You don't have to pay for it. Matter of fact, water is just free, and I believe it's in a bottle too. Just grab a bottle of water as you need to.
Okay, well let's try this. So if they got water,
Mhm.
if they got water in the event, some events just have the bottled water.
Mhm.
Now, I think that people should have. When did they run out of water? What
Well,
happens if they run completely out of water, ain't got no water nowhere, and this, that, and the other, then everybody ass is back to being dry.
but no, I believe that's when we have to step outside the box and do something different. Have one of our team members run to the store, get water, come out of my pocket, off of my card, I'm good with that because I have to make sure that people have some type of liquid. There has to be water. If there's no tea, no orange juice, there has to be water. If I have to step out myself and run up the road and get water, that's what I'm going to have to do because you got to have something, some type of water or something for people to drink. Now, I say that, and it also depends on whether or not my flyer said BYOB. BYOB
Right.
means you're going to bring your own liquid, whatever it may be. Then I am not held so responsible for making sure that everyone has something to drink because the flyer said BYOB. I just believe that be straight up. If I have to bring my own drink, then that means my own water, my own whatever I want to drink, then that takes the load off of the promoter. But I knew this coming into the game. Before I walked in the door, I knew I needed to have my own stuff. So I'm okay with that as well.
Okay. So what the flyer says BYOM?
Okay.
Bring your own man. Bring your own man.
I don't have
You
a
think
man, so
you think every woman out there should bring their own man? I don't give a damn if they daddy, cousin, uncle, sister, uncle, brother, whatever. You know, homie.
so
I'm just asking a question.
okay. Then you have to. I'm a grown woman. I am really grown. I would have to make that decision. If I don't have a man to bring, I can't go. And if I have one to bring, I can go. But I don't think any promoter would stop you from coming to an event because you don't have a man to bring with you. But yet again, I say we make our own choices. If that's what they say, bring couples only, or bring your own man, or bring your own whoever you would like to have with you, then you just have to make that decision. For me, I would probably not be able to go because
Okay.
I don't have a man.
Okay. What if it was BYOG?
Okay, what's that?
Bring your own girl.
Oh, I don't have a girl either. I don't feel it.
I'm
But
just
wait a
saying.
minute. I have my best friend. I could always bring her.
Okay. Because I'm on the climax right now. I'm going to lead into something else.
I know you
All right.
are. Go ahead, lead
Okay.
there.
All right. Now I asked a question. Uh, last night I put it on Facebook and everything, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it for a little while. So, so you've been stepping for few.
9 months.
I said a few. I didn't want to say.
I'm
Okay.
okay with it. We all have to
Okay.
start somewhere. 9 months.
You've been stepping for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the question. Hey, as a newbie, let me say this: as a newbie, because see, you're a newbie to stepping, but you're not a newbie to swing out.
Correct.
Okay, so you know the rules. So as a newbie to stepping, but as a follower of the dance on both sides, let me ask you this question. In stepping, there's a thing they call man on man. And man on man started way back when. The man on man started when they were doing like the competitions, trying to win money in Chicago. Back when they were working on their skills, you know, two brothers get together, they just dancing against each other, however it may be. And then they would come together at the club and dance and try to win money, all that kind of stuff. It was for fun, showcase, who's the best, do whatever. Now, here's the question I got. Man on man now has changed over the course of the years. Now you see guys out there turning and switching and going on and moving their hips and all this other kind of stuff. Now as a newbie, now that you see that, do you think during the act of being a man on man, do you think a man should dip another man in the dance?
Well, my
I'm just
honest opinion,
saying.
is I don't have a problem with it. I have
Wait a
begun
minute.
to. I don't have a problem with the dipping. I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with the dancing together because I have started researching and asking questions when I started this dance about where everything comes from, how stepping started, how did the man oh man start when they were just kind of battling it out back in the day in the juice
Right,
suit and all of that,
right.
where it all started from my understanding. So I really don't have a problem with The
So,
fact that they're dipping and dancing
wait
together.
a minute. Wait a minute now. If a man, well, what I'm saying, a man dipping another man, I'm not saying squat down and get back
I,
up.
I know what
I'm
you're
saying,
saying, leaning back, do the dip thing. I understand. But
I'm talking about a man holding another man and dipping him. That's that shit I'm talking about. I got a problem with it. Ain't no man got no business dipping another man.
but if they both okay and they understand that it is just a dance,
Listen,
then
ain't no
I just don't have a problem with it. It's when you don't understand it or you don't get it, but it's a dance. It's just like, let me put it this way. It's just like if you're dating someone
okay,
and your man is there in the building watching you, watching another man dance with you.
right.
And I am a swing dancer, so I'm a little sensual in my dance. And he doesn't like it because he doesn't like the way the guy dipped me, and he doesn't like the way the guy danced really close to me. It's just a dance. When that 2 minutes or 3 minute song is over, I'm like, bye, have a good. Peace out. I'm going back to the table where the gentleman is. It is just a dance, and when we look at it as just a dance, I literally does not have a problem with it.
Well, all I'm saying is you got two men on the dance floor.
Hmm.
You know, they done took the man on man from what it was to some other bullshit now. So you got two men on the dance floor, and both of them out there now. Now check this out. Since they done took it a little further, you got two men. One man put the other man. They both on the dance floor. One man put the other man in the initial address. Then he carousel him. Then he bring him back to him, and two men, big gigantic mustache, two rusty ass men, and what this man dipped the other man. What the hell? You ain't got a problem with that? I see a problem.
I
See a
don't,
problem.
because I know it is just a dance. But the thing about it is, some people may have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it because I know it's all about the dance. It's a dance, and I don't have a problem. And they know what they're doing. They know they're doing it in just a dance. And I think we're all fine. I think it's a mindset. It's just about anything else we do, anything else we see in society. It's our mindset of how we deal with the different things that we are seeing that's around us right now. I
So
have
you
that
ain't got
type
a
of mindset that I'm okay with it.
so you ain't got a problem with two men slow dancing.
Now, slow dancing is different. You said dipping.
Wait a
But
minute. Wait a
okay,
minute.
to answer that this other way too, because that's kind of a two-sided coin.
I'm just asking a
But
question.
okay, but wait, stretch. What if they're together? Then they have every right to slow dance with each other if they're together.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just
I'm
saying.
an answer. I can't say anything about that because what if they're together? They have every right to enjoy the dance and the music, just
Are you
like I
saying what?
do when I dance with a man. If they're together as a couple, they have the right to slow dance together. I have no
So you
problems with
saying?
that.
So you saying what if they together as a couple?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Because you got to do to clarify for some people.
I did.
Now,
I can't. What if they're a couple? I don't have a problem with that.
okay, now watch this. What if they come to the club and then what's up, homeboy, and they home and this, that, and other, and then they out there slow there. You know they ain't no couple.
Okay, now if they're not a couple, now I'm gonna look at that a little sideways. If they're
That's
not
what I
a couple and they're holding each other like a man would hold me in slow dancing, I'm gonna probably tilt my head a little bit with that and be like, okay,
that's what I said. So what if like I'm saying, so if a man is if you're dancing with a man, yeah, as a female that you are, and you know how he does you when he do the initial address, and when he holds you, he gives you a carousel, he may dip you this and the other. Now, take that thought and put a man in that position. That shit do not look right, dude.
Now, I'm not saying how it looks to others. I'm saying I'm okay with it because there's a big, big difference between dipping and I can't say it how I want to say it because you have me live. Uh,
Yeah,
then,
okay.
then
Go ahead.
front to front, close up is so different than dipping because that's not front to front. That's
If,
dipping, dipping, and then
if
you dip,
you
and you're
if a
up again.
man if a man dip another man, That is not gonna look right.
I mean,
Ain't that, but
you
actually
asked
we
me if
don't
I
do that
have a
anyway.
problem. Now we're two different mindsets. You have a problem with it. It makes you uncomfortable. For me, it doesn't bother me. I don't have a problem with it because my man said it is just a dance. I guess I've had to say that so much in my own life. It is just a dance. And once it's over, it's over. It's just a dance. But I do have a problem with the slow dancing, front to front, touching, and you guys are not a couple. If you're a couple, I'm all good with it.
So, so if you see two men walking
Hmm.
around the dance floor, you ain't got no problem with that.
They could be a couple. I don't. Because I don't know everybody. I'm very new. I don't play the assumption of why people are doing whatever. My eyes are like, okay, I don't have no problem with it.
Well, see, the dance in stepping and bopping is the man lead, the woman follow. Okay. All right. So therefore, if you got a man and a woman, that's the natural dance. That's it. So to keep everything in the parameter of the natural and the original and the way it should be, I have a problem with that.
I understand, but we're in 2022. Things don't always stay the way they were back in the day. We're forever evolving. We're ever moving forward. Things are changing all around us. We can't always live back in the times where we were before. My dresses are short. Back in the day, my mothers were not. So things are ever evolving. Things are not going to stay the same. It's not so uncomfortable now to see two men together walking down the street, two men on the dance floor. None of that bothers me.
Okay. All right. Like I said, as a newbie in the dance, that's what I
I'm
said.
a newbie, so maybe that's why I am the way that I am because I am a newbie.
As a newbie in the dance, that's what I'm saying. All right. Thank you for tuning in with me and coming in with me, Miss Jackie Dallas.
No problem, Alex.
I appreciate your opinion. I'll holler at you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye. That's my girl Jackie Dallas checking in, man. Yeah, she don't have a problem with it, but hey, I can't. Reggie Miles, what's going on? I like to get Reggie on here, but I know Reggie at work. I like to get some other folks. And we're talking about dancing. We're talking about feeding the people at the dance, giving them something to drink, all that stuff. And then we're talking about the question is because I saw something on video. I saw two guys dancing. I saw a guy put another guy in a carousel. Now come on now. Now come on. Come on. Really? Y'all gonna get out there like that? Really? Reggie, let me try to bring you in, Reggie. Let me see if I can bring Reggie Miles in here. See if I can bring him in. I'm just saying. When you take a look at the stuff like that right there, I can understand about people being Reggie, I'm gonna need you to try to I'm gonna need you to send to check in. I'm gonna need you to come on in so I can bring you back in, bring you in. And I understand people, time changing and everything, and I understand what Jackie Dallas is saying. Nothing against her or nothing like that right there, but I like the way the reason why some things are totally sideways in different things. Like George said, the same as two women dancing together. Yeah, but see, the reason why things are sideways, we're trying to see once you try to keep stuff on a, biblically, we're trying to keep everything right the right way. Biblically, we're trying to keep the man and the woman, trying to keep a man and woman all the time. Biblically, we're trying to keep. Now, what they'll do is, what people are doing is going, kind of like people are saying, well, this is the new year and all that stuff. I'm trying to bring you in, Richie. This is the new year and people are doing this, and I'm going, okay, all right, but yet and still, let me try to bring Reggie in. Yet and still, trying to keep the order. There's a certain order that you should be in. Now, my thing is, some people be way out of order. That's way out of order. And trying to keep the biblical mind, what was set forth for both men and women from the beginning of time up to now. Now some people may not have an opinion when they see two men, dancing, and he put them in the carousel and initially dressed and dipping him all over the floor and all the other kind of stuff, you know. And my thing is that what you're doing? I'm just saying, we you already hey, what's going on? Mr. Miles, Dr. Miles, what's going on? Professor, what's happening with your feet?
Stress, what's happening, man?
Man, I'm just asking a question because I saw a couple of videos of some guys dancing. And they call themselves doing man on man, which it wasn't man on man. But they call themselves doing man on man. And then I saw a dude put a man in a carousel. Then I saw him just huh?
Stretch, I ain't touching that, man. Stretch, I ain't touching that. I want to see. Send me the link on the video. Cause stretch, I ain't stretch.
Yes, sir.
As a people,
yes,
social partner dancing was something to bring us together. Because we have been through historically a whole lot.
Okay.
And to take this man on man thing and all this to each his own. If that's what you want to do, then you do that. But then you need to start having your kind of sets that way yourself. Because historically, we had those type of parties to bring us together.
Right.
Okay. I mean, man and a woman.
Right.
You know, and I'm cool if, I mean, listen, inside our community, there is the alternate lifestyle. Okay, it's plenty of people that live their lives doing the same sex thing, but they respect the set and the culture. They ain't trying to bully what they do. I mean, cause I done seen the ladies walk, and it's cool, and I know a lot of them, but they respect the game. They respect that culture. They're not coming in trying to change the culture with what they do.
Okay.
They're getting in where they fit in. Right. And it's been like that all the time. Ain't nobody gonna go, man. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about you, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it over there. Now, Stretch, I ain't gonna be staying at no party and I'm seeing two dudes walking. I'm out of there, Stretch. Stretch, I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
Propel.
Stretch, if I see it one time, I'm out of there, man. I'm out of there.
Me and you both be outside.
Stretch, I ain't wasting no time. You know. Cause look, I'm not being judgmental on nobody. You do you, but I'm gonna do me. Right. And I ain't digging that, and I ain't trying to dig that. You know, I'm coming in there on the hunt for the ladies. I mean, realistically, man, two dudes, and then, I mean, if two dudes is in there, if there's another dude on the hunt for another man, I'm cool with that, because that means there's more ladies, right, for me.
That's true. That's true.
But I ain't in that type of game no more, you know. Yeah. I'm not in that type of game no more. I'm trying to have a good time with the women that are there and dance with them. I don't think 50 years we gonna evolve into having men slow dancing with each other. That ain't no evolution. That's something else. That ain't no evolution. That's something else. And I don't want to be bullied by that. I don't want to be, and I don't want nobody to tell me I'm old school and this, that, and another. Look, we got enough problems trying to get along with our own woman.
Right.
And then here's the thing: the people that's in the alternate lifestyle, and they got problems too.
That's true.
And so all that's gonna do is make it more messier than what it is. So
And see what,
so just go on and have your own kind of party.
right.
You know,
Cause
and those
see what
people
I was
that's
telling.
new and like to do that and like to have, you know, this all kinds of stuff, the new contemporary stuff, go on and go to that.
Yeah.
You know, give me a
Right.
choice. But I ain't going to it, man. I'm just stretching. If I see two brothers walking, I'm out. And I don't like, you know, I don't do the man on man.
I know.
I don't do that. I ain't touching no man's hand, Stretch, period.
Right.
You know, if I see cats touching another man's hand, I'm looking at the dude's side of, hey, you know, I'm looking at that, man. Because when in the execution of that style, you supposed to be grabbing the man's wrists.
Right.
No,
right.
Yeah, you know, you don't be touching no man's hand, but you know, and listen, people always think, why stretch, why all the time we got to change everything all the damn time, man. I wanted to cut stretch. But why do we have to change all the time? How come we can't have a tradition in anything? Walking has been going on for 400 years, for 4 centuries, Stretch.
Right.
And it ain't never changed. Why is it as soon as we get our hands on something, somebody come up with a new idea? Oh, man, I want to start dancing upside down. And we got to do it. Come on, Stretch. Come on, Stretch. Come on, Stretch. Come on, next thing you know, Stretch, we going to be on the floor like Curly used to do, dancing around in a circle. When he was running in place in the circle. Come on, Stretch. Come on. The thing, listen, the dancing between a man and a woman is a ritual, man. It's only it's only really 2 times that black men from our motherland went to dancing, okay? Black men went to dance when they was trying to court or when they was going to war.
Right.
Come on, Stretch. And then the war dances was always done from the Indians and stuff. They were done in groups, Stretch.
Yes, they were.
I mean, you know, if you want to do your stuff, don't bully me. Don't bully me with what you want to do privately, okay?
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna accept it, but give it to me a little bit. Give it to me a little bit at a time, but don't just throw it in my face and now all of a sudden I gotta accept it, cause I ain't. But
so, Reggie,
go ahead.
Let me ask you this, Professor. What if you had a set one night? I'm gonna ask you. And the dude come up to you and said, let's walk. Look at Reggie looking. Did you hear me?
I'm stressed. I can't even dignify that with a response. You know what I'm stressed. You know what I'm gonna do.
I know what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna get put out the place because I'm gonna start fighting. Stretch, you know what I'm gonna do. At 68 years old, Stretch, everything that's gonna come out of me, everything that's left in me gonna come out because I'm going upside somebody's head.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, because when I first came out here, man, it was the first thing I said is I want to hold a woman. I ain't never said I want to hold a man.
No, you always said you want to hold a woman. You always said that.
Listen, we got enough problems. We got enough problems as a community of just relating with our women one-on-one.
Right.
And then to be now have added with us, you know, lifestyle changes, and you're gonna blame and you want to add to that evolution. I mean, listen, I don't care whatever you do privately, whatever your sexual preferences is. I mean, that's cool, but that's not the way of life for everybody. Okay?
Right.
That's the way of life for you, and more power to you and what you do. You know, look, God hates the sin, but not the sinner.
Right.
I'm not being judgmental. I ain't on none of that with nobody. Handle your business. But if I see 2 dudes at a set walking, I'm out of there. And whatever that set is, and wherever that place is, I ain't never going back. All right, I'm gonna tell you the story, Stretch, and then I'm listen. Okay, so you know in Chicago, right? I'm partying, right? And we had a good time. Went to a nice party, and so one night, way back in the day, right? I'm a young boy, young man.
Right.
I called myself. Me and my partners, we wanted to go downtown, you know, to go, and we was looking for fresh meat. We was looking for new territory. We was looking to walk and be in new valleys. You know, we was trying to go and be with these women. And so I went to the warehouse, right? Downtown.
Okay.
Man, I walked in that place and I discovered I was the fresh meat. Man, I didn't even turn around, Stretch, to walk out. I just went out backwards. You know, like when you I just went. I didn't even want my money back or nothing, and I never went into that type of set again. Cause number one, and there's nothing against the people. Number one, they always have to play fast music. Now, Stretch, you know I don't like that. Period.
Right.
You know I don't like that. I'm not gonna be in no set, even the new Steppin set that's out today. If you don't mix that music up, you know, for everybody that's there, you know, I'm out. You know, you're supposed to be able to fast dance, medium dance, and slow dance. I mean, that's what a party is to me. Now, if the party just evolved in the all fast music, that ain't no evolution. That's something else. That ain't evolution. Okay. Evolution doesn't subtract, Stretch.
Okay, you're right.
Evolution doesn't subtract from, it adds to. You know, so I love everybody. And like I said, the same-sex stuff is nothing new. There are a lot of men on the set that's right now that they keep their business to themselves. You know, they keep their business themselves, and they don't say nothing about it, because it's not about the lifestyle that you lead. It's about the set. It's about the set. It's about the sanctuary of togetherness at the set. It ain't about you trying to do this thing and do that. No. But again, if I see two men walking, I'm out. And I ain't never going to that promoter or none of that.
Cause see, you know what I think about every time I think about dancing, even if it ain't stepping, if it's just a regular, you know, juke joint or whatever this is, there's always a man and a woman. And I always think everything when it comes down to dancing with a man and woman dancing, I always want it to be biblically correct. Biblically, that's what we have a biblically correct set, man and woman. You know, I like you said, I got nothing against other folks, but I just like to see a man and woman. But when you get two guys that you know well out there who's supposed to be, you know, and they doing it, I'm going, now wait a minute now, how you gonna carry yourself with this man?
Hey, look,
how you gonna get this?
Look, I'm just, man, I'm gonna leave
I'm
that.
just saying.
Hey, but like I said, they got this thing, you know, there's so many like definitions of what's going on here. You got these you got these metrosexuals, you got all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Just have your parties with your people.
Right, okay.
You know, don't come in, because I'll never go to another set, and I would never go to a set of a lot of people in the alternate lifestyle and try to demand what I like, the heterosexual. I'm never gonna do that. Stretch.
Right.
When the house music community started playing slow records, come and talk to me. But up until that time, Stretch, don't say nothing to me about no man on me. None of that stuff, man. Because they ain't giving up nothing, Stretch. Why we always got to give up something all the time?
Right.
How come we the ones always got to compromise and got to, why, Stretch? Why is it? How come we always got to change our dance? Why we got to do that, Stretch? The walk been going home 400 years. Salsa ain't doing no changing nowhere.
Right.
When we have a chance to have something, every time you look around, somebody, when they learn something new, oh man, we gotta change it. Oh man, we gotta change. Come on, Stretch. Come on, Stretch. We gotta have some tradition and something. And the greatest tradition that we've had as a community is when the men honor and represent and dance with the women.
That's right. You're right. You're right.
That's one of the Stretch. Do you know that got us through a depression? That got us through, back in the days, in the rent party days when men used to, they didn't go, man, they went there. They didn't go there to go to no sets to be with no other men. They went there to engage. We needed, as a people, we need to get close to and understand our women more. And even though there are tons of people doing their thing with the alternate lifestyle, you do you. Do it where you gonna do it, but don't come in my house and try to do that in my house.
Right.
We've been out here straight all along. Have your parties. And those of us who like to attend those type of parties, go.
Go to them.
Go.
Right.
But don't try to make everything all hard. Don't try to make everything like that. That ain't cool, Stretch. Let us have something. Yeah. Let us have something.
Yeah, because I understand your frustration, because as black people, we try to have something, then YT, he come and change everything.
Yeah, you know that. You know that.
Yeah, YT changed, so we can't have shit because YT. Now here comes somebody else who is the same color we are. Here they come changing stuff. I got you. I understand your frustration. I understand it.
Anytime we hone in on something that's gonna bring us together, YT and the elites, they never want to see that.
Right.
And they always add something crazy in the game to keep us from coming to one another.
That's
all
right.
the time. All the time. And we always got to be accepting of other people's BS all the time. So Stretch, I'm trying to, I'm really trying to, I'm not fussing, I ain't cussing. I'm trying to, live this Christian life, and trying to do things right in the right way. And I don't want to be judgmental or anything like that. And if I'm uncomfortable in a situation, and I don't like it, I'm leaving. And I'm not going to tell no person. And so a lot of these sets, when I see these DJs and things like that, if I know that this DJ doesn't have a history of playing, mixing the music up, and I'm talking about even adding jazz to it, I'm not going to that. I'm not spending my money. Stretch, I'm not going those 700 miles and buying airplane tickets, staying in the hotel, to get somewhere and be frustrated. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that, Stretch. I want to get it. All I want to do is enjoy myself. And I'm going to enjoy myself dancing with all these pretty women out here. It is beautiful women. I don't care if you 6 count, 8 count, 32 count. I don't care what you do. I'm going to try to do it just because I want to just dance with you and be in your presence.
Antonita said you ain't never danced with her.
Tell Antonita I can't break her away from that machine. She got that. Antonita been dancing with that machine. I used to watch her dance with that machine all the time. And I never had a chance to see her get out, but I'll get her. That's all I'm trying to do is dance with these women. That's all I want to do is dance with these women. Stretch, I ain't got nothing but 2 turns, no spin, and a pull in.
Right.
That's it. And so, but I want to it's all about having fun. I'm tired of people talking about, how they want to include their lifestyle. And I don't even want to hear that. If it ain't about going to the set and having a good time, and Stretch, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you talk about having a good set where everybody is just going to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
Right.
Come on.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Man, I ain't thinking about, oh man, look at that dude. He over there trying to dance with this dude. I ain't thinking, man, you do your stuff. But if I see two cats, if I ever go in a place and I see two cats walking, I'm gone. And I ain't never coming back to that promoter's affair. I'll never do that. Because
Right.
I'm trying to understand my woman. I'm trying to understand the woman, the black queen. I'm trying to get with her. I ain't got no time to be trying to understand no man that be wanting to be with another man. I ain't into that. I'm not
You're
into
right, though.
I want to understand the woman. We got enough problems without including the same-sex problem with the, and then they messy too, man. They messy too. They
Right.
messy too. They stuff is more messed up than the heterosexual. They all confused, they fighting and all that. They going through all that old crazy stuff. I don't need that. I need to try to understand the black queen better. I want to get along with her. I don't want to, and that's why we had that's why social partner dancing came about. Social partner dancing ain't to be in no contest every damn week. You're trying to get with these people socially and understand one another. Dancing helped us get through a whole lot, Stretch. It helped us get through a whole lot. And it is so bad now, Stretch, that the young people don't even know how to ask each other to dance. And that's the problem we really need to be focusing on. When these young people have these parties, you know, the girls on one side of the room and the boys on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we got to handle. Man, I appreciate you, but don't be calling me up and calling me for none of these old crazy topics again. Darn fool. You know I'm a darn fool.
I know you're gonna act up. I know that already.
Man, you mess around talking about I see two dudes walking, man. I'm out. I really ain't crazy about this, seeing what they, and I hate the name man on man. I hate that, Stretch, because that seems like to me that's like an invitation.
Right.
I mean, oh man, this Steppin's community is cool, man. They got man on man now. Oh man, I hate even saying that. That's why we call it battle dance.
I heard this dude say, I ain't gonna call his name, but I heard this dude say, "Oh yeah, I like man on man. I show him do a real man on man."
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Reggie, I was like this. I was like,
yeah. So even that terminology, man, it's one of them things that make you say, because really, really part of the history in doing that type of dancing, the brothers would get together and dance with one another to come up with new moves to lay on the women, because the women was cold. The women always been cold in this dance. And you was always trying to come up with something new to keep her.
Right.
That even filtered down in the dance. So you would see some of the top dudes say, "Man, come here, come on over here," and then they would try to work out something on each other.
Right.
They would try to work out something on each other. I mean, because you had legendary cats, back in the day doing that stuff, and then it had got so where the dudes. And this was like a misnomer too. When the cats in the dungeon days, man, when they would go at it, man, they wasn't even thinking about no woman coming in there.
Right.
Because they were trying to whoop each other. The two individuals. Right. It was never trying to dance together. The only time that the togetherness came in the dance is when the cats met up with each other and started shuffling, going left and going east and west with that. But after that, these cats broke off, and one cat was trying to tear the other cat up, But it's nice some other stuff, man. Dudes trying to. I was like, oh no, I ain't into that. So, but I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna enjoy it with everybody else. And whatever the people really like about it, you know, I'm gonna go along with the program, you know. But I will never do man on man. Never.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Now I never, and I ain't gonna get excited about it either. You know what they're calling man on man today. Now I'll look and I like to see the battle dances, but not what they call this man on man. You know, but
well, you know, back in the day, it was called a get down anyway.
yeah, well, you know, even before it was called the get down, it was just straight up battle dances. You know?
Battle dancing, right?
Yeah, it was just straight up battle dances, and you know, and some of that started, you know, pre-dungeon. Guys used to do that on the college era sets. During the college eras, you know, because look, Steppin didn't really, the name really didn't come out until 75. Okay, let's be clear on that. Sam called it in 75. Okay, and that's when people picked up on it. But we were always bopping, Stretch.
Right. Right.
And then the younger cats that came after my generation, after me, they started doing the new bop. And the clarion song with that was James Brown. Yay, just give me some more. Stretch, you've heard me say that. You know, and that's history. That's history.
Right.
That's nobody thinks that. That's history. The JBs were the clarion song for the new boppers. Because whatever they did, if you play Mo Peas, Pass the Peas, give me some Watergate.
Watergate.
Yeah, give me some bucks and you can have Watergate, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. Mind power. And all these things, man, that's the JBs. That was the signal on that. But now today, since the dance itself has become mainstream, you know, everybody's trying to redefine it. And there was absence of what the history was put down, you know, about it. And then nobody want to listen to nobody. You know, everybody, oh man, you know. The worst thing that happens, Stretch, is when the missionaries, when the instructors came out, and when they learned the dance and they started running all over the country, and they just started just teaching people and wasn't telling them what the real culture of the dance was. Because again, I say that alternate lifestyles are not new to the Steppin community. But the people that are in that alternate lifestyle, they respect the game. They respect it, Stretch. They respect it. Everybody trying to bully that stuff. When you see some of the ladies and some of the guys that say, you respect, hey, what's up? And they don't bring their lifestyle or no drama, that type of drama in the set, Stretch. That's just not done. But now people want to do that. And when they want to do that, and I see that at the set, I'm out of there because I'm going to stay a traditionalist.
Right.
I ain't trying to evolve. I'm too old. I ain't trying.
You know, if I'm at the set and they come up, I'm going to be outside. Right? I'm gone. I'll see y'all later. See y'all next time.
Man, I'm following around right behind you, man. I ain't dealing with that. You know, but to each his own, and I'm supporting everybody. Is that Dr. Boyer? Yeah. Yes, sir. You know, and I'm supporting everybody, you know, with how you do what you do when you do. But as far as the set is concerned, I'm going to respect the set to the utmost. And historically, as far as bopping, stepping, and walking is concerned, it has always been a man and a woman thing. Always been.
Well, you might well get ready because one day you're gonna see the strawberry shortcake set with Antoine and Juan.
Yeah, well, when I see that laid out like that, I ain't going. I'm gonna exercise my right I'm gonna support it. Everybody that wants to go to the Juan Antoine said strawberry shortcake thing, go. Enjoy.
Right, go ahead.
But Reggie Miles ain't gonna be there. And if I can't say nothing positive about it, I ain't going. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do
Myron
that.
Robinson, Myron, the R is on here. What's up, Myron?
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get a chance to get over there on Thursday. But Stretch, this single dad thing, this single parent thing. Oh Lord have mercy. I got my hats off to all the mothers that done did this and
Right. It's a job, ain't it?
yeah, I done got so old, and then I got to deal with this 15-year-old girl, and she out of sight. She out of sight. I love it. Whatever it is, I love it, and I'm gonna support her.
Right.
Because like I said, God hates the sin, not the sinner. Well, I'm not judgmental on nobody. You have to deal with those type of things on your own. So just don't bully me. Just don't bully me with your preferences. Don't do that. You don't have to bully me. Just give me the option of whether I want to be there or whether I want to stay. If two brothers start walking, and then did I hear y'all say y'all talking about a brother dipping?
Yep.
Out of there, man.
That's what I was saying. They would the man dipping another man. I said, two big rusty ass niggas out here helping each other.
Hell,
What the hell going on?
Bitch, I'm running out of there, man. If I done bought a drink, if I done bought a Long Island iced tea that costs $20, I'm gonna leave it on the table. I'm out.
Right.
I'm out of there, man.
I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police. Then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, well, man, I'm out of there. So and if you want that, if that's how you want to move the dance, then start your own sets. It's enough people out here that deals with that want to deal with that, and I guarantee that people that attend those say we'll want to come back to the tradition. I'm telling you. Cause it ain't nothing new, Stretch. It's a lot of people in the community that lives an alternate lifestyle.
Right.
And the men, they dance with these women, and they respectfully and all that old kind of stuff. And the women, they dance with the women respectfully and all that kind of stuff. You see the women walking and all that old kind of all that stuff is cool. But man, don't be trying to force anything else other than having a good time on me. If you trying to force something else, I ain't with that. You gonna get some rejection from me.
That's right.
Don't. It's like don't be trying to make me eat stuff, and I don't understand it.
Right.
Okay? So I ain't trying to taste nothing I don't understand either. Antonita said she not dipping no woman. Well, I don't I mean, if I see that too, I'm gonna come and look at you. Tell, hey, what's up?
Antonita said, I ain't dipping no woman.
I'm gonna come and look at you, but what I got to do is dance with as many of these women as I possibly can. That's all I want to do. I want to dance with as many women as I possibly can. Cause when I first out here straight, I would listen. If I didn't know you, and if I didn't know you could dance, I wouldn't ask you to dance. I don't care how fine you was. I don't care how much money you got. If I knew I couldn't find no vibe with you, it wasn't nothing happening.
It wasn't nothing happening, right? Wasn't no dance.
I got to know. I got to know I can get a vibe with you. Because the most important thing for me in the dance is a vibe. Because I'm a rhythm and a timing dancer. That's right. I want to dance with as many ladies as I can. And then I'm gonna just give them a 2 turns, no spins, and a pull in.
That's it.
And then if we can walk, I'm gonna take them around the floor like we on a train. I'm gonna be moving. trying to have a good time with the dance, because it's about the set, Stretch. That's what we losing. That's what we done lost in all this instruction and change, is the essence of the set. The set is sanctuary of togetherness, Stretch.
Right.
You know, it's been a lot of shenanigans going on, you know, because you got cats misusing women and the women is misusing dudes on the set, you know. It's always
Right.
that's always been going on. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But the whole thing about the set is that you in there trying to be together with everybody that's in there. You ain't trying to make no judgment or stuff like that. The set has always been a sanctuary of togetherness.
Right.
Always a sanctuary of togetherness. Don't forget that. You can come from different lifestyles. Folk don't understand, Stretch. At one time, they think they know the history, but they listen. We only did this dance with one hand. And Stretch, this is history. You had to know which hand to use and what side of town you was on in Chicago. Because if you use the wrong hand, you might not make it out without getting your butt whooped.
Right.
And the new Bob changed all that when they started adding two hands, Stretch. Once the two hands came in there, then it made it easier. People could mask themselves and hide, you know, what side of town they was on. They didn't have to worry about with the Reds, or you didn't have to worry about being with the Blues, because you was using.
Right.
Hey, Kevin. Wonderful. You got it under control? Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's man. And don't try to, if somebody did, that's just somebody put, don't change history. We don't need to change it, and we need to accept the traditions of where they've been. And I know Big Don on here talking about, I know he talking about etiquette. Woo, now, what would be the etiquette of having two men dancing?
Ain't no etiquette.
Man.
Now what if you saw a woman dip a man?
Oh, now then. Oh, dude, man, Stretch, I'm gonna have to Stretch. I had to do like this. Stretch, you see this?
Yeah.
You know, cause this will come up here like this, and I do like this here.
Right.
As a woman a dipping a man, I say, oh man, and I wouldn't say nothing. You know, I wouldn't say nothing. I'm not criticizing, but I just do like this here. You know, and when I write something on the set, I would never say, well, I saw a man dipping a woman in a set. I wouldn't criticize that either. You know, we're gonna be supportive of what everybody does, but not everything that you do fits within the
right.
Yeah, it don't fit in there. You know, you can't be doing no crazy stuff like that, Stretch. We can't be doing no straight crazy stuff like that. Find the traditions of what we've been doing, and let's try to keep them. Antonita, I'm doing no role reversals. If I'm gonna do role, it's gonna be at the crib in the privacy of my own home with my woman. Okay, I ain't, you know.
Ain't no bad doing it. We're doing none of that.
Now, I'm not coming out in public and then letting no woman dip me. Stretch, I don't even allow no woman to lead me. If I know a sister that has a tendency to want to try to lead in the dance, I ain't gonna never ask her to dance. I ain't gonna do that. Right. But I ain't gonna criticize and stop her from doing it. She just ain't gonna be able to do that with me.
Right.
I have choices and options. I have that. And every time I get a chance to exercise my choices and options, Stretch, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I'm going to do it. Having same-sex dance partners at a set is nothing new. It is
nothing new.
That is nothing new. There are so many brothers that are on what they call the DL on this set,
Right.
on the set, and the sisters, they out with it. You know, you see them and they do what they do. But when it comes to the set, you respecting the set. It's not no case where you trying to bully your lifestyle on everybody else. You know, cause man, people just do you. What that boy Rocco said, that rapper said, you do you, cause I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna do me.
Yeah, that's all, man. And I'm doing me is I'm gonna try to dance with as many women as I can dance with. You know, and hope I get 2 dances. I think though, Stretch, I think my 2 dance rate is about 99.7%.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna dance once, she gonna dance with me again. You know?
Okay.
So, but
I'm just trying to prevent. I don't want to. The reason why I asked the question, because like I said, I heard a lot of it. I don't want to see 2 men out there. Both of them got beards and everything. They hugged up, they walking, because it's gonna start a fight.
yeah.
It's gonna, somebody gonna burn up.
I just seen the cat. Somebody just put up changes for the better. And I'm not buying that. Because you ain't going to tell me, you're not going to ever make me believe that I'm going to take this dance, for example. I learned the dance doing bopping, stepping, and walking. You're not going to tell me that the dance is better off just doing stepping. You ain't going to tell me that. I'm not going to buy that. Because number one, you take 2 opportunities away from me. The biggest opportunity you taking away from me is for me getting up close to a woman. And I ain't buying it, dude. I don't care what you say. I ain't buying that. That change for the better is for people that's want to say that's trying to move another agenda. I ain't stupid. Stupid. You know, what's your agenda? Why are you saying that? Why is change for the better? That's just another agenda. And well, I can say it like this: tradition, keeping the tradition is for the better too. How would we ever know? Because we ain't never done it. How would we ever know?
That's right. You're right.
How would we ever know? Every time you look around, some person is trying to talk about change. You know what, Stretch? I wish I could say this, but I'm gonna recommend this. And this song from the Last Poets is called "N-Words Are Afraid of Revolution." And they have a whole verse where they said, N-words are always changing. Please listen to that song. N-word, I'm going to say it, be real. Niggas are scared of revolution by the Last Poet. Look that up on YouTube and listen to it. Check yourself. Change ain't always the necessary thing, and it ain't always for the better. Because YT makes us change all the time because he's using us for our green dollars.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, you're right about that.
Every time you look around, somebody always going to go, I disagree. You trying to, because change is for the better. How many times have you changed?
Right. You're right, though. Yeah, you're right. They pray the revolution.
Every time you look around, well, I disagree. Okay, I agree with the fact that you have a right to disagree, but you ain't gonna. Hey, somebody say bopping had its time. Now here we go again, Stretch. Now I love that. I love it, Stretch. Now you know I love that. Somebody gonna tell me bopping had its time. You still bopping. Well, Reggie, how you gonna say that? Cause Stretch, I bop with every woman I dance with. If she doesn't learn the 8 count, 6 count, and they can dance with me, I didn't have to change to be different with nobody. And I'm a okay dancer, Stretch. I'm a okay, and that's the biggest reason why I don't use the word stepping, because all I want to do is dance with a woman.
Damn.
I never
Why you
asked
gonna
a
do
woman, hey, I never asked a woman, hey baby, you wanna step with me? I said to her, baby, can we dance?
Right. That's what it is.
And as soon as I get up there with her, I'm trying to figure out what I can do with her. Talking about bopping had its time. It's still bopping's time. Come on now.
I knew you were gonna get upset about that.
Man,
That's why I played.
come on now. Bopping is the original dance. Stepping is just a popular name.
Right.
Anybody that's been doing this dance 50 plus years knows that. Anybody with less than 50 years will say, bopping had its time. Get out of here. Get out of here. Man, please. Learn. Man, please. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's garbage. That's garbage. It's the same dance. It's the same dance. People, they see me there. They say, man, and I tell them I'm bopping. The first thing they say, no, man, you can step. I'm bopping. I ain't never trying to do no stepping, because it seems like the steppers don't know what the hell stepping is they damn self.
I got you, Reggie. I got you.
You know, I ain't never trying to step. Listen, and here's the thing. In my dance, and you got me to cuss, Stretch, so I'm mad at you. In my dance, Stretch, in my dance, I can do all 3 dances. I can do all 3 dances in one song.
Okay,
You've seen me, Stretch. Bop, step, and walk on any song. So let me say this again, and I'm going to call your name out, Mr. Robert Brooks. Okay? When you have 50 years plus, talk to me. If you don't have 50 years, leave me alone.
Okay. That's it. Well, now they got that one. Ain't no use no talking to you, because some of them ain't got 50 years plus. Some of them got it. Some of them ain't.
If you got 50 years, talk to me. If you don't have it, leave it alone. Because I only debate my equals. All others I teach.
Mercedes said, all right, Freddie, stay. She said, all right, Freddie, stay. Awesome.
So, I mean, you know, that's your opinion. And I'm never going to get into any debate with these so-called dancers.
Right.
With these so-called dancers. So-called, and now look, now you're going to say, that's me. Not that person who is closed-minded to change. All right. Just because a person doesn't change doesn't mean that they're closed-minded. You know, you have traditions. There are traditions. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with us as a people. We don't know what our traditions are, and we don't try to keep them. You can take that change even in the relationships that we have with our women. Every time you look around, you're not trying to work nothing out. You're trying to change.
That's right. That's right. Better work it out.
And so what suffers with all this change? The family structure, our unity among ourselves. Because every time some brother comes up with a new idea. He wants to try to change it. 6 count, 8 count. One cat was going around saying, I created the 8 count. It's only 8 steps in the dance.
Right, right.
You know.
I guess.
And so all this kind of stuff. But all that was, and all that, debate and stuff like that was only designed to draw and bring up more interest in the dance. So, I ain't mad at you because you feel like this is my opinion. But like I said, I only debate my equals. All others I teach. And I don't go in the foxholes, jumping in and out of rabbit holes, foxholes, with nobody about this dance. Okay, I don't, and I've cut people off. I stop talking to people when they go in and out these rabbit holes about the dance. Okay.
Right.
And again, and let me say this again. Whatever anybody call themselves how they feel about this dance that they want to do, and they've got the support and a bunch of people to help them do what they want to do, then I won't. And if it's contrary to what I feel that's different about it, then I'm not going to that set. That's my choice, Stretch.
Okay.
And I ain't mad at nobody that want to go to the set and they want to, and the men want to be slow dancing and walking with one another and stuff. I ain't mad at that. You'll never get my money because I ain't going there. And that's with any and everything. We all have choices. That's what's beautiful, Stretch. There are choices.
That's right.
And just exercise your choices. I don't have to press upon anybody new or old what the dance is because I came up under it traditionally. I didn't see my mama dancing with no other woman. Well, not unless it was somebody in the family, her sister or her auntie or something. I didn't see that. So I'm not going to be trying to say, well, everybody knows it's got to be man and woman. You ain't never heard me say that. Only thing you've heard me say is that when I go to a set, I'm going there for the woman. Because my dance is to her, for her, and
with her.
And so here we go. Here's another one. Here this cat coming up with this old school versus new school. You ain't never gonna hear me talk about that. Because I'm dancing.
Right.
And this is the one big thing missing with the new parts of the dance. Oh, here, let me go. Stretch, God, dog it. You gonna make me Stretch. Why you make me say this? I was telling Stretch, look, some people had the dance passed down to them.
Right.
Okay, I had the dance passed down to me. Nobody can talk to me about what my mother gave me.
That's true.
You understand? Nobody. I do not care about a person that bought this dance. And that's not to disrespect you, but what was given to me and what was purchased is two different things.
Different things, you're right.
It's two different things. What you bought was a style from an instructor. You bought that. And in my mind, you'll never hear Reggie Miles say anything about what anybody bought. Because I don't have no right to. And
right.
You don't have the right to tell me anything about what my mother gave me.
Right.
When it comes to new school and old school are world's largest Steppin dance contest categories. Andre Blackwell, L.C. Henderson, they started a movement after 1996 where they started doing a lot of spins and turns. Okay?
Right.
Because you know Blackwell, ain't nobody spending more than Blackwell, you know. And L.C. Henderson can do every turning combination under the sun. Okay?
Right.
And so that was their movement. But listen, them cats done got old now.
Right. That's the thing.
They got old now. And they got to slow it down.
Slow it down.
Because the knees ain't taking it. Shoulders ain't taking it. So,
right.
So all this this new school, that's just garbage. But Blackwell, L.C. Henderson, Steppin B, you know, Brian Patterson, my nephew, they started moving it. They started moving in that stuff. Tony Dow, he had something to do with that too. You know, he was involved in that with that movement. So that's what they want, what new people want to term the new school. But that was like that dance and that style of stuff was structured. You know, when you at this certain number, when you at 5, you have to be in a certain position, and that's what some people bought. They purchased that. I ain't mad with that. My dance is rhythm and timing. There's a difference.
See, that's the difference between buying, paying for a lesson, and all that, and then the dance being given to you out of love. It's totally different. The feeling is different.
Stretch. I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying.
I'm talking about a folk dance versus something that has been purchased.
That's what I'm talking about.
I have no right to talk about what anybody purchased, and I won't. But I will tell you that your dance and what you purchased is not what was given to me that my mama gave to me.
Right.
When my mama gave me this foundation of rhythm and timing, then I went on my own and watched and learned how to do the dance, developing my own style. Okay? Developing my own style.
Yeah,
one thing, and it's one thing, now I see Forbes is on it. Who? Yes, this way. I saw
yeah, Forbes on here.
I saw Forbes had on here. Forbes had L.A. Chase on his program, and he put me on. He put me. Okay, Cheryl. He put me on the floor. L.A. Chase said, if you be in the set and you had I'm embellishing it, right? If you take a machete and chop everybody's heads off, you would know who dancing.
Right.
Because he said, because everybody dancing the same. Everybody dancing the same. So I was out, and since Forbes on here, I was out one night, and Video Queen put it up. So Forbes saw me dancing. And Forbes, he got on there, and Forbes said, oh man, you ain't doing no bopping, you stepping. You've been out here pulling people's legs. And so I'm a living witness. That the dances are the same. I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness to that. So people that's talking about this and talking about that, first of all, learn the history of the dance and where it came from. And learn the different styles that have been in the dance. Okay? But it's all bopping. It's all bopping. You know, the generation that came after me, you know, that started in in 71s, they started doing the new bop and changing it. And it progressed and it got upgraded every year. The dancers in 74 added a little more. When Janice and them came out and hit it in 75 and 78, it got a little bit more. And then all of this, the dungeon years from 74 to 84, there was a lot of impact that was made on the dance. But that was tradition up in there with what they do.
Right.
Okay, now anybody that came from the dungeon, right, during those times, I can still dance with them women. Certain, but the only time that I have a different type of feel with a woman is with the women that have purchased the dance under the 6 or the 8 count, because they say 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, they do that count first, and I'm sitting there and I'll hold that rhythm and wait till I see them do the 1, and when I see them start doing the 1, I could dance with them. But that's just learning how to be a good dancer. When you're a dancer, whatever the way you talk, you're supposed to learn to modify yourself so you can dance with anybody else. And Stretch, ain't nobody on this planet gonna be able to dance with everybody. I don't know why people trying to BS themselves talking that garbage. Ain't nobody gonna be able to dance with everybody.
No.
It ain't happening, Stretch.
No. Yeah.
People need to stop telling that lie. It's not gonna work out that way. Dance the best you can with whoever you got. You know, make that woman happy. Dance to her, for her, and with her. Make that get a smile on that woman's face. If she want to do a bunch of turns, turn her. If she want to do a bunch of spins, spin her. Do whatever it takes to make her happy. Okay? And then if that woman is liking all that, and it's fine as they want to be, if I know I can't do all them turns, I ain't gonna ask that girl to dance until she asks me to dance with her. I'm not gonna be trying to get her. I'm not gonna even. It's always good to have them choices. Look, Daisy, I'm like through with you. You got me waiting on you out here. I had to do a Facebook Live. Yeah, I got your text. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, Monday? Okay. Okay. All right, handle your business. It's one of my students that's in radio. So that's how it is at Chicago State. I was just waiting. And so she want me to teach her some radio, so that's what I'm gonna do. But Stretch, man, come on, man. I want everybody to enjoy yourself in this dance. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. If I go into a set and I see 2 dudes walking, I'm leaving.
Me too.
I'm leaving. I'm not, and people listen. Same sex, same the alternate lifestyle and stuff. There is nothing new in the community. That's nothing new in this community. This community has always been accepting of everybody and their lifestyle. You just respect the set. You respect the game. You respect this game. You respect the set. And nobody is going to say anything to you about what you do. Nobody.
Well, all I know is this right here. If they gonna do that, like I said, they can have it. I'm like you, they can have their own. Set the strawberry shortcake. You know what I'm saying? Antoine.
Yeah, hey, well, Stretch. I'll read about it and watch the videos and like maybe Forbes might want to put it on his channel and show it. I'll look at it then, you know. But I'm not going long. I'm not going there. I'm not going out of town to go to strawberry and shortcake set. I ain't even doing that with John and Juan. I ain't doing that, man.
He ain't doing that.
Yeah, it's bad enough, man. I got to choose on these stepping sets, cause I ain't going to none of these stepping sets. And I look at the DJ, I say, oh no, they ain't gonna be playing no walking music. I ain't spending no $1,000 to just step all the time, taking me and my dog. Stretch, I ain't doing that no more. I'm gonna only go spend my money and go to the sets where I know they gonna have some walking music. Man, I wanna have one of them silent parties, Stretch. I wanna go to one of them silent parties at one of these big sets, and where it's like the contemporary stepping music and classic music being played, you know,
Right.
at the same time. Because then to see if we can somehow, I think that would be a great idea to teach etiquette on the dance floor. Because you got to tell all dancers that you cannot get on the outside lane. That's strictly for the walkers.
Walkers.
You
Yeah,
got to
except for
dance on the inside lane. You can't, strictly for the
except,
walkers.
except for the
And
two
I
dudes that
think,
want to
I
walk.
think that'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah, except for the two dudes that want to walk.
Yeah, well, Stretch, if it's two dudes like that, and if I'm spinning, I'm going to stop playing. I'm going to, you know, tell them send another DJ, come on in there, because I ain't condoning that. I saw two men walk. Oh, hey, Forbes said he saw two men walking before. Forbes, you got this.
Me too.
You got it on video. Forbes, you got to let me see that so I can see them dudes. And so if I can know where they gonna be at a set, I ain't going to that set.
You ain't going to, right.
I ain't gonna.
Right.
Man, Stretch, I got enough problems. I got enough problems dealing with sisters.
Right.
Before I got enough, black men got enough problems. Some of us have enough problems dealing with our own women as opposed to be trying to be dealing with, you know, coming together with these men. Now, it's cool, though, when two men is walking, because that means there's more women for me, but I can't hold nothing but one woman at a time.
Right. But you know what, though? I'm not going to be upset with two big rusty ass niggas. Knees rusty, elbows rusty, they got mustaches in the beard. They carouseling each other, walking each. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Then they might have on lipstick.
Hey, look,
I can't do it.
now, Forbes, you done got too deep. You said neither one of them are gay, but they walking. Forbes, I got to see that. I got to see that. Please send that to me. You know, inbox me or something. Send. I got to see that, and then I won't say nothing about it. I just want to see it. But if I see that live on the set, whether they gay or not, I'm out of there. I'm out of there, cause it's bad enough. It's bad enough that the sisters ain't got enough men to dance with now, and then the men gonna start trying to dance with each other by themselves already. Stretch, I ain't with that.
Hey, I'm gonna start changing from man to man to call it pole to pole.
Yeah.
Pole to pole. They pole to pole dancing.
Yeah.
Pole to pole.
Woo. Yeah, that's some deep stuff, Stretch. I can't.
I'm just saying, pole to pole. They gonna be mad.
I can't fathom that, man. So, but I love the fact that there are choices. People have the right to choose and go and do all the things that they want to do. I'm with that. Just don't bully me with what you're trying to do.
Right.
Yeah, just don't bully me with what you're trying to do. I'm not closed-minded. I'm open-minded. I'm all this kind of stuff. Whatever that is, I can handle it. I can handle it. But don't try to force feed me with your lifestyle, because I'm not going to force feed you or try to force you with my lifestyle. That ain't going to even happen. It ain't going to happen.
Well, that sounds good, Mr. Mal. We got to get out of here. I'm glad you came on, and I always learn a lot from you. We always talk all this kind of stuff. I'm just not going to see that pole to pole. That's all.
Yeah, hey, pole to pole. Ain't no I ain't pole to pole dancing. I got you.
I ain't doing that. I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to the strawberry shortcake Twan and one set. I'm not going to that. None of that stuff. I just like to keep it strictly biblical in the way that it's supposed to be man and woman, and that's the way I like to keep it. That's the only way.
Woo.
That's the only way.
Bless your heart, man. So I'll talk to you.
All right, we'll talk at you later. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Appreciate you, Reggie. Hey, man.
Thanks, Stretch.
All right, you're welcome. See you later, Reggie. All right, so that was Reggie Miles. We just give it up in here. Yeah. So, I mean, just saying, we're just talking about just different stuff, feeding people at the events. You know, just different type of dancing. Men, you know, dipping each other. Men dipping men. All that kind of stuff. This and another. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the two men walking. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the two men doing a carousel. I don't agree. I think something is like the deodorant commercial. You know, some deodorant is made for a woman, and that's what they are. Some deodorant is made for a man. Put your stuff on. You know, put on the right stuff. Have the right stuff going on. I gotta get out of here. You know, I see you. You know, I see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and I want to give a shout out once again. Uh, uh, as some of you know or didn't know, my grandmother passed away yesterday morning, and kind of heartfelt about that. So, you know, but I had to do this show anyway. Had to get some things, you know, going and get my mind right. So, Demetria Kelly was on, so I had to do the show and you know, so I'm just saying. So let's keep everything in order. Matter of fact, that's you know, keep everything in order before you leave here. Keep everything in order. You know, and keep it right. You know what I'm saying? It's yours truly, DJ Stretch. Hey, on 189.1 FM and the book. And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Have a ball. Have a good day. Y'all do what you're supposed to do. And I'll pray for you. We're gonna pray for each other. Peace out. We'll get back to you in a minute. I'm on the radio station, so I'm gonna drop a couple of songs while I'm here. So if you're tuning into the radio station, it's gonna be all good. Peace out. I'll holler at you guys. Gotta go.